Hello once again, everyone, and welcome to the Sanctuary. Once again, we're playing Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail, and tonight we are continuing into the Arcadion storyline with the final act of the story. Alongside me are Arya Stormborn, Lord Fireaxe, and Korlash. Where we left off in the Arcadion storyline, several of the Arcadion's competitors are dealing with the extents of psychonecrosis, including, of course, Eutrope, Yana's sister. But we are fresh off of our last win against the Lone Wolf in the Cruiserweight division, who has also lent his strength to the cause of finally putting an end to beast souls and the effects of psychonecrosis. Unfortunately, we can't really say that it's good news, because the mysterious promoter of the Arcadion, or the mysterious owner of the Arcadion, has kidnapped Nayuni and Eutrope, both of Yana's sisters, insisting on us continuing to compete. We have one more division to take down, but all of them are loyal to the owner and also are very close to suffering from the effects of psychonecrosis. Well, how will things fare out? Let's get right down to it with the next quest in the Arcadion storyline, Feral Fandom. Ah, Chris, I was hoping you'd drop by. There's something I wanted to share with you before the heavyweight matches begin. Come on in. Bitsara. I've asked Honey and the others to come as well. Before they arrive, let's have a quick refresher of the situation. During your Cruiserweight campaign, we managed to convince several fighters to retire from the ring. Not least of all, Retsara, who was already afflicted with psychonecrosis. There was one who couldn't be persuaded, though. The Brute Bomber. I myself developed symptoms of psychonecrosis after Eutrope ambushed us. I got a little carried away using a feral soul to stop her. There was a glimmer of hope when Nayuni discovered the existence of a cure, but it was dashed when the president took her and Eutrope hostage. He wouldn't allow us to deviate from his script. But in an unexpected turn, the president himself was aware of the cure. Drop of life. He said he'd divulge its location if you could become grand champion. How did he learn all this? Where did he get his information? I've never met the man, so he's a complete mystery to me. That's why I want to gather everyone, in order to form a better picture of who we're dealing with. In through the back. You never know who's watching after all. Hey, what's with the occasion? You having a retirement party or something? Sorry, hun, but I haven't met the president in the flesh either. He only called me a few times to give instructions. It wasn't him, but Mitem who came to recruit me at one of my performances. Well, he recruited me and Hector in person. All contact afterwards was via communicator. He speaks solely about business, never private matters. Same with me, I'm afraid. Dancing Green, on the other hand, is well acquainted with the man. after a fashion. The geezer has a love for the theatrical. As a performer myself, we quickly hit it off, and often had debates about the best way to engage the audience. Well, I believe the key is making folks feel good. He insists they need to feel a measure of discomfort. That's the job of a heel. 'Tis when the loathsome are laid low that the audience knows the high is high, the fighters burn brightest, he'd always say. That sort of poetic justice has appeal, I'll admit. For proof, you need look no further than the frenetic crowds at the Brute Bombers matches. Whatever else the president may be, damn good showman. Right, the president's personal life. All I know is he traces his ancestry to Lindblom. Lindblom? That's where the stimulant for the regeneration factor was apparently researched. Well, what do you know? Fortunately, I never got the opportunity to hear more about his past. Last time I saw the old man was 3 years ago. That would be around when Matem approached Honey. Wonder if something happened to the president that's kept him from appearing in public. With the limited knowledge we have, we can only speculate. So even between all of us, we hardly know anything about the president. Our play remains Chris becoming grand champion. Only then will the president share the cure's whereabouts. If he goes back on his word, we can threaten to reveal the truth about the immortalized to the public. If all else fails, you have that at hand. If we're to use it, we must first rescue Eutrope and Neuni. So as to not endanger them, the plan will need to be discreet and foolproof. I could use everyone's help. Can I count on you all? I'm offended you thought you had to ask. Of course you can count on us. We'll save Yana's sisters and give that rotten president a piece of our minds. I got along with the old man well enough. I had no idea about his shenanigans. Art and entertainment shouldn't come at the cost of those who make it. Ain't that right, Sugar? Thank you all so much. We'll work to free my sisters while Chris continues his campaign to become grand champion. It goes without saying, but I'll continue supporting you as your second. Together, we'll carve a patch through the heavyweight division. Seems we all have our tasks. The rest of us will begin exploring ways to rescue the girls at once. Yana? So, there's about to be an Arcadion broadcast. It's a regular program intended for fans, so it might not help much with your preparation, but it couldn't hurt to give it a watch. Of the fight and connoisseurs of combat, I bid you welcome to another edition of the Arcadion Hour. For today's special guest, we have the heavyweight fighter who shall soon face the unenhanced upstart Chris in the ring. The devilishly divine dominatrix, Femme Fatale! As indicated by his appellation, Chris has climbed his way up the ranks without the use of a feral soul. Should this upstart rise to become Grand Champion, they would be able to do as they please with the Arcadion Soul Repository. And it seems they intend to release all the souls. This would fundamentally alter the Arcadion, leaving it a championship of unenhanced fighters. What are your thoughts on this? Don't make me laugh. The upstart would only bore us to death. Our fans crave spectacular battles that will blow them away. And you simply can't get that without feral souls. So saith the lady. But what do you, the people, actually think? We hit the streets to find out. Fight without feral souls? What would even be the point? This is the Arcadion we're talking about. If I can't watch a muscular woman imbued with a beast soul squeeze the life out of her enemies like she's making juice, I'm not interested. Simp!
That's you.
No, that is so not me. The unenhanced warrior? Just a novelty, I reckon, here to drum up excitement for the championship. It was interesting at first, I'll admit, but the act has gotten old and everyone's had enough of it. I know I have. Frankly, I despise the upstart. He forced the Howling Blade to retire with that outrageous rager for one thing. We don't need some outsider barging in and running roughshod over our traditions. Leave the Arcadion alone, you hear me? Leave the Arcadion alone! Okay, Brittany. See? No one wants his pathetic excuse for entertainment. Huh. That's odd. There should have been some interviewees who supported Chris as well. Perhaps not. You're next, darling. You've been a naughty, naughty boy. And I'm going to give you the punishment you deserve.
Promise?
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time.
So, as I said, that first one was just you.
Fuck you with a chainsaw, it ain't me. Damn them!
You just asked for it.
Yeah, well, my idea is a good, fast fight. Now let's get to it. Damn them! They clearly only showed the interviews that serve the president's propaganda. President's agenda. I've dealt with worse. I'm sorry you had to see that, Chris. You have plenty of supporters out there, and that's the honest truth. Forgive our sudden intrusion, but after the broadcast just now, we simply couldn't sit still. You're my hero, mister. I'll keep cheering you on, so please don't give up. There are many of us who feel the same. We believe in you, and we wanted you to know that. I get nervous whenever I watch you fight, but at the same time, I'm inspired, given courage. I don't get that from fighters who use feral souls. That's right. And don't forget, souls weren't even used in the Arcadion in the beginning. I bet the other fighters could also put on a thrilling show without enhancing themselves. Battles with feral souls are a spectacle, there's no denying that. But by the same token, it feels artificial. Your fights, on the other hand, are as real as it gets, and it fires me up like nothing else. So keep your head held high and keep fighting the good fight in the heavyweight division.
Sure.
Please let me join your gym. I want to become a fighter just like Chris. How now? We'd be glad to have such an enthusiastic trainee. I must warn you, though, that the training isn't easy. Why don't you come back with your parents for a tour first? See? You have quite the following. Even if there aren't any more feral souls, it doesn't spell the end of the Arcadion. Many people admire and support you. And it's for them as well. And it's for them as well that you fight. Once I'm cured, I'd love to come out of retirement and fight unenhanced myself. And I believe the others feel the same. Is that so? All right, we'll be there. This is it, Chris. The heavyweight matches are beginning. Maten's asked us to meet him at the green room as usual. Let's do this. Let's
It would
roll.
help if I was going the right way.
That would help.
It would help if we could use mounts in here. Arya should be right behind me. Babe, why are you running all the way to the Arcadion?
Because I'm a dipshit. And I forgot about the etherite. I'm in pain, so forgive
Understandable.
the pain part.
It's all good. It's good to see you again, my friends. How have you been? You've been better. What's the big idea with that broadcast? I'm sorry, but it was the president's orders. All I could do to drop a hint that there were other opinions. Mass retirement in the cruiserweight division has left the president feeling threatened. Whatever he may have said before, he's eager to be rid of you. On that matter, no use trying to convince the heavyweight fighters to quit. They've all been informed about their psychonecrosis, choose to continue fighting of their own volition. That's because they've been told that they can defeat you. They would be able to use your soul to cure their affliction. That bastard and his slow tricks! Victory is your only way through this. But what anger you have, I suggest you channel into the ring. As you did before, I have no doubt you will make your mark in the heavyweight division as well. All right, we'll take a quick ad break and we'll be back with more. If you're watching on Twitch, stay tuned. If you're watching on YouTube, here are the links.